All right, y'all. I remember covering this story years ago, and a lot of us were really excited about Black Panther, and we pretty much we got to see the first look of him in the Avengers video game, even though that game is hella trash, basically. Um, but I'm seeing this all over Twitter, and it got me thinking. You know what? Why not just make a video on it? Because number one, I love Black Panther because he's my nigga. First of all. Second of all, the fact that the studio canceled this game all because they're about to go out of business, which is crazy. I was really, really looking forward to this game. Dag, bro, this is just wild though. It's a sad day for an open world beat 'em up fans out there who grew up playing the Arkham series and as well as other open world beat 'em ups. But Black Panther, I feel like to me is one of those video games that a good video game company is gonna hook the fans up. But as soon as you got this news out of nowhere, you're just like, damn. Just a bummer, bro. Like, this is just crazy, but I don't know who's gonna pick it up. I don't know. You know what? The only company I can pretty much see doing a Black Panther game is either AAA or Marvel. Whoever picks up Black Panther that decides to do a video game on it, then at some point, this game is going to end up being the most talked about. But so unfortunately, today is not that day. EA's Black Panther game has been canceled, according to reporting from IGN. EA announced the news via an email to employees. IGN also reports that as a result of the cancellation, Cliffhanger Games has been shut down. Cliffhanger Games was a new game studio created to develop Black Panther and run by Kevin Stevens, who was on the studio head of the first, now Shutter Middle Earth, Shadow of the Martyr developer Monolith Productions. Beyond an initial announcement in 2023, all that was known of Black Panther was that it was a single player game with an original narrative and developed in collaboration with Marvel Games. EA and Marvel announced a 3-game partnership deal in 2022. In addition to Black Panther, the other 2 games in the deal were as Iron Man title currently in production at Motive Studio and an unannounced action game. You know, it's funny because I was just thinking about them years ago, trying to figure out what they can do with both Iron Man and Black Panther. But given the fact that we've had history of upcoming titles being canceled by studios due to some certain circumstances behind the scenes, you just know that stuff was about to hit the fan in the wrong ways. According to IGN, the cancellation comes with layoffs in other sectors of EA's business. The publisher recently announced an RTO mandate requiring employees come in at least 3 days a week, and a round of layoffs occurred earlier this year, impacted between 300 and 400 employees. Good grief. The Verge has reached out to EA for comment. Ooh, I bet that'll be a killer. 300 to 400 employees got laid off. Golly. That can't be me. That can't be me if I ever were to work in the studio knowing that I have some good ideas of mine when I'm a writer and artist. Man, that would be my worst nightmare if I ended up working for a big corporate company like that. Like what, 3 years making what, 6,000 a year? That would be a slap in the face and a punch to the gut of those employees that dreamed of working on a video game, coming up with some crazy ideas, unlockable things, DLCs, and all of that. All of that just went down the toilet because of what happened behind the scenes in the studio. That's rough. Jesus Christ, like this is rough, bro. Like I cannot imagine myself working in studios like that, and one can, you know what I'm saying, one can assume that working in video game studios like Capcom, NetherRealm Studios, Bandai Namco, that are responsible for like iconic fighting games that you dreamed of making and all of a sudden there's been some issues with the employees, layoffs, struggling to find jobs elsewhere, which is crazy. This is sad, bro. The game's cancellation does not spell the end of the hope of a Black Panther lead title. Over at Skydance New Media, Amy Hennig and team are working on Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, which features Captain America and Black Panther as playable characters. Now, I heard that that game is also being canceled. It's being delayed as well. Not canceled, but delayed until what, like around 2026. That's basically all of the information that I heard from the game. And we did a trailer reaction, I think, last year. I don't know if I deleted the video or not, because if I did, then my apologies, because I wasn't getting any views. Nobody cared for the video, so I just like, screw it. I'm just going to delete it anyway. So, yeah, this is a crazy day for Marvel fans out there. Man, look, all I know for sure is that Black Panther is still pretty much getting hope because he's going to be, well, a playable character in Captain America 1943. That's pretty much hopeful, basically, because Captain America and Black Panther are the most iconic characters in comics and video game history. So I would like to think that if I ended up picking up the game soon, I wouldn't mind playing Black Panther because he's my favorite character. As far as like Captain America goes, I don't mind him, but Black Panther is the way to go. He's athletic, he's energetic, and he has martial arts fight scenes. So of course I'm gonna play with him anyway. So yeah. Link to the article will be down below, and what y'all thoughts on this, let me know in the chat.